Coming up on Juice and Java, how some students are spending their Saturday serving the city.
Plus, a Syracuse student making waves in pageant competitions, who she is and how she took home the crown.
And I'll have a full list of Earth Month events and some fun eco-friendly activities when Juice and Java starts right now.
Today is one of the biggest days of student service at Syracuse University. Good morning, I'm Cora Mayer-Costa.
And I'm Olivia Rodriguez. Thanks for starting your morning with us. Well, SU students are spending their morning volunteering at locations on and off campus. Our Grace Elford is at one of those spots now. Grace, what is the atmosphere like out there?
Good morning, guys. And to answer your question, it's a little bit chilly out here, but that is not stopping people from engaging in some community service. Now, behind me, the big event is just getting kicked off. They met at Hendricks Chapel, and now they're here in Thorndon Park to do some service on the Rose Garden right behind me. Now, as you can see, they're picking up trash, they're digging up weeds, they're doing really anything they can to help beautify this garden in our city. But this is not the only spot of service going on today. They're bringing it all throughout the city of Syracuse. As you can see on your screen, there's tons of locations where students are going to be heading out, getting to know people in the community, and doing something that's bigger than campus. Now, the students are going to be volunteering all the way until 4 p.m. today, so they're really giving up their Saturday to support something greater than Syracuse University. That is all I have for you guys right now. Back to you in studio.
Not really. Thank you, Grace. That is just one of several service activities taking place throughout the day.
Here to talk more about today's event as a whole are two of its organizers, Nika Quessy and Chiara De Lorenzo. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Now, just to get started, for people that don't know, what is Orange Seeds?
So Orange Seeds is like a first-year empowerment program. We focus on mentorship, leadership, professional development, and community service. So like throughout the first semester, we just like do a bunch of community service, and that's like our main purpose, like in like what we do. And then like during our meetings, we focus on professional development, such as like LinkedIn, like interview stuff, resume work, stuff like that, just to get us like prepared for the future. And then our mentorship is like we all have mentors that like guide us through like our first year of college, because it can be like a scary transition, you know. And it's a really tight-knit community. It's a great way to find our place on campus.
And what do you two specifically do within the organization?
Yeah, so first semester, it was all about all 26 of us coming together to participate in service organizations. So we went to places around the Syracuse campus as well as outside of the Syracuse campus, and we just got to learn a lot about community service, as well as just give a hand in the community that like helps us. And then second semester, specifically, we were voted in as the liaisons of the big event. So specifically, our job is to help with like committee meetings and help with just bringing the organization together, but we're also supposed to be a safe space for those who may need like some questions to ask of us, or like just to represent the group. So that's kind of what we've been doing this second semester more specifically.
Yeah, and we heard a little about it from Grace, but can you tell us what is the big event?
Okay, so the big event is like the biggest day of community service on campus, ran by solely students. So it's just us along with the 26 or 24 other seeds. We don't get like assistance from like our mentors, because it's supposed to be like only student ran. And basically we get Syracuse students to sign up. We have about 200 students signed up for the day, and then they come in, which will be tomorrow morning, and we send them out into the greater Syracuse community to like give back, like serve the community, and just like have a day up to experience like what we've been doing for the entire semester.
Now, for 200 people coming into this, what kind of planning goes into an event like this?
So at the very beginning, after we were voted in as the liaisons, we also split off the 26 of us into 3 separate committees. So there is community relations, who focus specifically on outreach for the organizations that we work with. Then logistics, who focus on day of planning. They probably have like the most stressful job as it gets closer to the big event. But all day of planning and like how we're gonna manage said 200 people. And then lastly, we have marketing, who focuses on social media and outreach and really getting people to sign up.
Yeah, and how can people get involved with volunteering?
I think a way like to get people involved just in general is like there's so many organizations that like always tell us that like they need people to help and like they need like anyone, like they'll take any volunteers. And so there's like places like Walkable, like we've walked to some places, for example like Housing Visions, and they help like remodel houses. But then there's other places that you could like bus downtown that they're like, we will take literally anyone. So just reaching out to organizations and nonprofits, because anyone's like open to like a helping hand.
Thank you so much, Nika and Kiara, for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
And well, this month is Earth Month, and with Earth Day just around the corner, there's plenty to do.
Our Jess Hooten is here with us in studio to share some upcoming events and ways to stay environmentally friendly.
Thanks, guys. That's right. Earth Month is here, and there is so much to do in the Syracuse area. So let's take a look at some events to keep an eye out for. And starting off close to home, SUNY ESF has many different things to do, ranging from speakers events to trivia and even a tree planting on campus. And so the full list of those events can be found on the ESF website. And again, those will be happening throughout the week. And then next up, we have Earth Day Festival hosted by the Museum of Science and Technology at Armory Square. And the focus of this one is on sustainability and keeping our water clean. So for that one, there's going to be a variety of water games and renewable energy demos. And then sticking in that area, Earth Day Cleanup hosted by the Downtown Committee is going from Armory Square to Clinton Square and ending in East Downtown. They'll be providing trash bags and gloves if you're looking to get out there and help keep the streets clean yourself. And then of course there's a Rosamond Gifford Zoo's Novellus Party for the Planet, which will have all kinds of chats on animals and our impact on nature.
Yeah, thank you so much, Jess. Now I know you were just telling us that there are so many events happening around right now.
Now, but exactly what are some things that people can do right now and throughout the year to stay environmentally friendly?
Yeah, of course. There's plenty of things you've probably heard of before, like avoiding single-use plastics or taking shorter showers, but you can also make sustainability fun. Starting off donating or buying secondhand or thrifted clothes from shops like 315 just down the street from here, or going to the farmers markets like the one happening in Walnut Park this Sunday is a great way to get your groceries and other goods from a homegrown source.
Well, that's so amazing. You know, I love staying environmentally friendly because it makes, you know, the outdoors so beautiful.
Exactly, and let's take a look at the outdoors right now. Our Abby Tolchin is live. Abby, how's it looking?
Good morning, Cora and Olivia. Yeah, it's pretty chilly out here right now. As I was walking to the station this morning, it was pretty cloudy, but as I've been out here, it's gotten a little sunny. So I think that the sun and the clouds are going to be fighting for a little bit of sky time today. I'm on the sun side, but it's currently in the low 40s, but that wind chill, as you can see, is making it feel a little cooler, like the mid 30s. But as the day goes on, it's going to get warmer, only around to the high 40s, like maybe 50 degrees. But again, that wind chill is going to make it feel a lot colder than it is. But I'm going to have more on what you can expect for the rest of the week, and some warmer temperatures are in our future. But I'll send it back to you guys.
Thank you so much, Abby. Now moving north of campus, police are confirming an explosion at a multi-tenant commercial building on Oak Street. Reports say they saw smoke in the building and the fire alarm went off. First responders secured the scene and evacuated the building immediately. The only damage officials say they found was on a vending machine near the entrance. There were no reported injuries, and the cause of the explosion is still being investigated.
And back on campus, today is Trans Support Day, and you can celebrate this year with a day full of activities. The Department of Marriage and Family Therapy Trans Team is holding an event focused on affirming health, wellness, and lifestyle community providers. A store will be set up in Peck Hall with free clothing, makeup, and hair tutorials. Trans-affirming businesses will be there to support the community as well. The event is free and open to all from 12 to 4 p.m.
A Bandiera program student capstone is bringing the Syracuse community together through music. The group is partnering with La Casita Cultural Center and Pulso Central to produce Raíces y Ritmo, a celebration of Latin heritage.
The event will bring together Latin food, music, and dancing with different DJ sets and catering. The event costs $10 and starts at 6 p.m. at La Casita.
Now, PokeFest, Syracuse's New York's largest trading card game collectible show, is happening right now. Up to 100 vendor tables, including trading cards, games, and homemade items, will be on display. Celebrity guest voice actors such as Lordy Himes and Jonathan Ross will be at the event for autographs and pictures.
The event is at the State Fairgrounds in the Science and Industry Building. Tickets are cash only and cost $5 for adults. Children 12 and under are free, and the show ends at 4 p.m. today.
Now, Liv, are you a big Pokemon fan like I am?
I didn't grow up with watching a ton of Pokemon, but I do have a favorite Pokemon.
Oh, that's perfect.
It's basic, but I do love Pikachu. I love Gentleman Pikachu.
You know, I'm going to have to say, as a little good luck, I always keep a trusty little Pokemon card in my wallet.
Oh, at all times.
And this one's a shiny one, so, you know, come on, gotta go
Stay
classic.
ready. Wait, which Pokemon is that?
It is Plucy. Yeah, it's so cute, and I mean, come on, you can't beat this little cute face.
Absolutely
here.
not. I think you were absolutely ready for the event today. You can show up. You're just like, you're
Listen,
strapped. You got your card on you.
I don't know if I could sell this one. It's a little bit wear and tear, but hey, it's still a good luck ornament.
Exactly.
Regardless.
You know what? It's gold. It's shiny. It's perfect.
It's awesome. Well, looking forward to that one. But after the break, Miss Syracuse is in studio,
and we'll tell you all about her.
Stay with us. You're not going to want to miss it.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating app. One day after work, he finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being too pushy? Maybe it was too
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving. I would love to go on a date. How does tonight sound?
Brandon tried to play it cool, but inside he knew. A girl so smart, so responsible. She must be a keeper.
With the summer rolling around, also it brings pageant season.
SU student Caitlin Costello won the Syracuse crown earlier this year and joins us now. Caitlin, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Now, I'm a newbie to the pageant world, so I have to know, like, tell us a little bit about the journey of becoming Miss Syracuse.
Yes, absolutely. So for Miss New York this year, there are two forms of how you can become a local title holder, which is what I am as Miss Syracuse. The first way is through competing in a local competition. So basically, your geographical area that you live in, work in, or go to school in makes you qualify for a local pageant. So my first pageant I competed in this year was in January. I competed at Miss Finger Lakes, and it was a really amazing experience. I was second runner-up in that pageant, which was an amazing opportunity and experience, and I learned so much. And then I decided to compete digitally, which is the second way that you can compete for Miss New York. So I did an interview, I did a talent submission, and here I am.
That's awesome. That's a very fully involved process, and we also heard that everyone has a community service initiative. So what's yours?
Yes, so thank you for asking. My community service initiative is called Don't Close the Curtain. So this is all about bringing the arts to elderly senior citizens in our community. So one of the things I did yesterday is I worked with some elderly veterans. I sang for them. It was such an amazing experience. And I decided to start my CSI, my community service initiative, because of my grandmother. She opened an adult daycare center in my home state of New Jersey for the elderly, and she would always have me volunteer and perform there. And so I decided to merge her legacy with my passion and create Don't Close the Curtain.
It's amazing, and you're clearly so experienced. So how long have you been doing pageants, and what is your favorite event to compete in?
So this is actually the Miss New York will be the second pageant I've ever done. My first pageant was the Miss Finger Lakes pageant in January, which was an amazing experience. I loved it. I've done theater for many years, so I'm comfortable on stage. I love to perform. And my favorite phase of competition would definitely be talent. I have this beautiful white gown that I get to compete in, and I love it, and I get to sing different musical theater songs. For Miss Finger Lakes, I sang The Beauty Is from Light in the Piazza, and it was just the most wonderful experience. I loved getting to connect with the judges panel, with the audience, and to give a wonderful performance for people who may have never heard that piece of music before.
Yeah, that sounds like a wonderful experience. Really quickly, how can anyone watching get involved with it?
Yeah, so if you'd like to get involved, the first thing I would say is to reach out. If you like a Miss Syracuse appearance, reach out to me. My handle is Miss Syracuse NY on Instagram. And then you can get involved with the Miss New York org by following their social media accounts. The wonderful Lauren Norris is at Miss America NY. She is Miss New York. She is wonderful. And then Miss New York org is the handle of the Miss New York organization, where you can look for updates. They also have a wonderful website, and you can get involved in those ways.
That's amazing. Thank you so much for joining us, Caitlin.
Thank you.
Well, when we come back, our entertainment correspondent has all you need to look forward in the world of theater.
You won't want to miss it. Stay with us.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome back to Juice and Java. The Tony Award-winning rock musical Spring Awakening is opening next week at Lemoyne College.
Our entertainment correspondent Isabella Golan went to rehearsals and is here to tell us all that's known.
Thanks, guys. Well, Spring Awakening originally hit the Broadway stage in 2007, and now it's taking its turn at Lemoyne College. Viewer discretion for this show is strongly advised, especially for those under 16, since the show contains mature and potentially distressing themes. This includes strong sexual content, sexual assault, suicide, physical and emotional abuse, and abortion. Despite this, it is still a show Lemoyne thinks is important to bring to Central New York audiences. Spring Awakening explores the journey from adolescence to adulthood, all accompanied by rock and roll. Do we have time for banter?
It's a dream show to work on. It's a beautifully told story. The music is incredibly gorgeous, and there's this interesting kind of dual language of there's hyper-realistic scenes contrasted with these very abstract, really expressive songs.
The show is inspired by Frank Wiedelkin's controversial 1891 play about teenage sexuality and repression in the late 19th century Germany, which is a hard thing to navigate from both an acting and directing standpoint.
The music is incredibly hard. There's tons of choreography, and it just demands so much from the actors. The content is incredibly difficult.
But for Lemoyne students, it helps them sharpen their craft.
The more rehearsals that went on, I definitely felt myself transitioning into him a little bit more and finding that knowledge and intelligence that he brings to the stage, and that journey with Melchior has definitely been fun.
All while delivering a strong message.
It's got a message that's so anti-censorship, and I think it's really a cathartic piece to be working on in this particular day and age.
And I think it's important to have shows like this in music, like this in storytelling, to just like let those people that who are struggling with certain things, like, hey, we see you, we hear you, this show is for you.
Wow, thank you so much, Bella. Now, I'm a huge theater kid. I'm a huge fan of this show. What was it like in rehearsals?
Oh, I know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, of course.
Yeah, rehearsals were incredible, and that set was just insane. I've never seen anything like it, and I'm really excited. The show is going on starting next week, next Wednesday on the 15th, and is running through the 18th, so definitely a few times to be able to go see it.
That's a long run time. Now, what exactly is your favorite part of the musical?
Oh my God, I still feel like it's one that I haven't really fully tapped into yet, so I don't want to go in with any preconceived notions. I mean, I've seen the clips, of course, from Jonathan Groff and Leah Michelle.
Iconic.
Obviously.
Absolutely.
But these kids were so talented, and I can't wait to see what they do with the production.
Thank you so much for joining us, Bella. And speaking of talented kids, so is SU Sports. Stay tuned. Josh, what do we have coming up?
Yeah, when we come back, an exciting full day of sports inside the Dome. We'll cover it right here on Juice and Java after the break. Stay tuned.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Hello everyone, and welcome back inside our CitrusTV studios for sports on Juice and Java. I'm Josh Solomon. It's a packed day happening right down the street inside the JMA Wireless Dome in just a few minutes. Starting at noon, it's a battle of offense versus defense between number 3 Syracuse Women's Lacrosse and number 15 Notre Dame. The Orange allowed just 7 goals a game. That's the best in the ACC, 4th best in the country as well. For the Fighting Irish, they score 15 goals a game. That's the 3rd most in the ACC and 11th most in the nation. Also, win streaks are certainly on the line today for both teams. Notre Dame has a 5-game win streak, while Syracuse has won 11 straight games after starting the season 0-3. Once again, face-off is in just a few minutes inside the Dome. You can also follow Citrus TV's Ryan Croak on X for live updates. And sticking with LAC, 6th-ranked Syracuse men's lacrosse faces 9th-ranked Virginia later this afternoon. The Orange are coming off their worst loss of the year last week. It was a 14-9 defeat to the top team in the country, North Carolina. They were number 2 at the time. That snapped SU's 6-game winning streak. On the other hand, though, and on the opposing sideline, Virginia took down Notre Dame 2 weeks ago when it was the top seed and just beat number 12 Duke last week. So in that stretch of the last couple weeks, the Cavaliers have gone from unranked to the number 9 team in the country. Syracuse can send Virginia back down the polls today, though, with a win. The opening faceoff is at 4 inside the Dome. You can also follow Citrus TV's Drew Alba on X for live updates. And if all that wasn't enough for you inside the Dome today, don't worry because, well, there's more. It's technically the start of the 2026 Syracuse football season with the spring game tonight at 7:30. It's the finale of spring practices for SU, and the scheduling for this evening includes a situational end-of-half scenario, and then there's also 2 quarters of some 11-on-11 football So really exciting stuff. For those curious about getting tickets, they are free. They must be claimed on Ticketmaster though, but if you already got a ticket to either the men's or women's lacrosse game, it's fine. You can just stay in the Dome for the rest of your evening. Now, earlier this week, Syracuse football's head coach, Fran Brown, he was in the Stein Student Center. He bought a bunch of people free Dunkin' to promote the spring game. Now, I want to ask you guys, were you lucky enough to be there? I was very upset. I wasn't in Shine at the time when he handed out all this free Dunkin'.
You know, I'm always feeling like I'm missing this stuff. See, when Fran Brown is out there handing out free Dunkin' cards, that's exactly when I'm not in Shine.
It's unbelievable. I've heard he's been in the dining halls too, and I'm just never there when this happens.
Well, you know what's crazy? Me and our executive producer, Jess Nestor, were literally in Shine, but we were getting our graduation regalia, and we just missed it.
It's unbelievable. I mean, and I heard about it too when I was in Newhouse. I was right down the street, and already by the time I went to Shine, he was gone. It was like poof.
Exactly. Exactly. You never want to miss that kind of stuff. And something else you're not going to want to miss is our traffic reporter, our Abby Tolchin, is here in studio. Abby, what do you got for us?
Yeah, guys, I mean, looking behind. Moving pretty smoothly on both ends. However, I-81 is now in phase 2 of the viaduct project, which is the most visible and impactful stage of the projects. So this means that construction has moved from the overpass to more local streets. However, between exits 23A through 22, it is reduced down to 1 lane. So if you're planning on going anywhere downtown, I would add an extra 20 to 30 minutes to your drive just to play it safe to make sure you get everywhere you need to be on time. And like we just heard, Syracuse Women Lax is playing at 12, Syracuse Men's Lax is playing at 4, and Syracuse Football is playing at 7:30. So areas around the Dome like Irving Ave and Adams Street are going to be a little congested today and will probably stay busier throughout the day because of these games. So I would plan ahead and make sure you're getting everywhere you need to be on time. But when we come back, I'll have your 5-day forecast. Welcome back into Juice and Java. Looking at the week ahead, we have a pretty rainy week. Now, temperatures are going to go up. We've got Sunday, it's going to be a high of 55 degrees, which is warmer than today, a low of 34, but we're going to get that rain. Monday, it's going to go up to 66. Again, we're going to get those rain throughout the day. Tuesday, it's going to go up to 77. We're finally getting those warm temperatures we've been waiting for. But again, it's going to be raining all week. Rain, rain, rain. The rain's going to continue Wednesday at a high of 73, and then Thursday a high of 75 with, again, more rain. So that made me wonder, on average, how many inches of rain does Syracuse get in the month of April alone? So what do you guys think? I've got 3 inches, 6 inches, or 9 inches of rain.
Ooh, I don't know, Abby. Those are crazy odds.
I know. I think I'm going to go right in the middle. I'm going to go 6 inches.
I'm going to go crazy with the 9 inches. When it's not raining, it's snowing here in Syracuse. Yeah. It's always crazy, unpredictable.
We're always going to see something.
It's actually 3 inches. We get around 3 inches of rain, which is so surprising considering how much snow you get. You think we get a little more rain.
You would think that, absolutely.
Right? That's crazy. Well, something you don't want to bring out in the rain is make sure give your pets some extra love and maybe keep them dry because it is National Pet Day.
And we asked the Juice and Java cast and crew to share pictures of their pets. Now, if you look in just a second, you're going to see some of our adorable pets that we have. I know.
I can't wait to see them.
Exactly.
I miss my dogs. It's making me miss my dogs so bad.
Oh my gosh. Wait, look at them. Okay, so right in the middle there, that's my dog, Fergie. Shout out her. I miss her so much.
Beautiful. I have Rosie right in the top left. She's a cute Newfoundland.
Top right, I have my dog, Ollie. He's a rescue, but he's my best friend in the entire world.
I have my 2 little babies, Raven and Frida. It's a toy poodle and a Morkie. So I have both of them on the couch. They're so cute. Okay, sorry.
Amber on the bottom right over there, she's like licking her lips, licking her nose over there.
Oh,
I also
it's
have
a
Matt.
great picture.
I know, it is a great picture. Liv said it was AI.
It
My
looks
dog
so
is
real.
not AI.
It looks so
My
perfect.
dog is not
Your
my
dog
dog
is
is real.
A little bit.
very
Oh, you gotta see these are our
cute.
producers,
I
Just
love dogs.
Nesters, and just see,
Wow,
Juice and Job is
Maya's
a big dog crew.
Yeah,
all
cats.
dogs over
We
here.
should have like a big dog play date.
No one has a bunny. No one has a hamster.
Absolutely. You know, when it's not raining, we'll take all of our dogs out on a big like dog play date. So it's amazing.
Exactly. We'll see. Well, unfortunately, that's all for Juice and Java this morning.
Check us out online at CitrusTV.com and follow us on Citrus TV on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
I'm Cora Mayer-Costa.
And I'm Olivia Rodriguez. Have a sweet Saturday, Syracuse.